So this video is called People Still Play Star Citizen by LifeX. LifeX, I guess. I don't fucking know. Anyway, let's play it.
The man behind this whole wild thing called Star Citizen.
Sons of Anarchy, Sons of the Forest, yes.
Numbers behind the game's player base.
This year, our average daily unique players is around 50,000.
Their daily active users jumping over 50% from the year before, and their monthly active users averaged 240,000, peaking at 400,000. That's actually quite a lot of people playing a game in alpha with no actual release date in sight. So what on earth is drawing people to continue to sink time into this game?
So first off, let me go into 1080p because I don't know what, like, YouTube is just being weird. But this number is not, like, I don't trust this number, honestly.
At 400,000. That's actually quite a lot of people playing a game in alpha with no actual release
on a
date.
monthly basis. Well, maybe, but also, how can you always see like the similar faces that the faces that you know on each server if there's like that many people playing?
So what on earth is drawing people to
like
continue to
ships?
sink time into
We all
this
like
game?
ships.
With approximately 1,500 hours and about 2 years of playing myself, I might have a bit of a clue. And yes, I have 1,500 hours because contrary to things you might hear from Kotaku and other places...
1,500 hours? How can he know that he has 1,500 hours? Is there like... And I might be just stupid here, but I'm not sure if I can see... Like, it's not Steam. On Steam, you can see how much you played. But in this game, I'm not sure that you can actually see that. You can download a tracker. Really? Okay. All right.
That I have hate boners for the game, you can play the game. And for the haters of the game, I'll start with one potential driving force that is often used as an insult towards the game. Sunk cost fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy means you feel invested into a product because you spent money.
Okay, I never knew what that actually means. Being Serbian, like, I know what cost is. I know like what sunk means. I know what fallacy means, but I didn't fucking understand what sunk cost fallacy.
Invested into a product because you spent money on it. And when things start to fail, you feel like pulling out of the product would now be a waste of money. And when in reality, you'll spend more money staying invested. We have to be real here and say there have to be at least a few people who would have stopped playing if they hadn't sunk a large amount of money in the game, but are still trudging along. For me, however, and many others, we would leave if we weren't having fun and cut our losses and wait for a release. But as you can see in this video I made here asking streamers why they play the game.
Those games it has the most
You gotta respect the t-shirt, the Wu-Tang Clan t-shirt.
potential.
Potential. Star Citizen always has more potential.
You can check it out on my channel.
Oh, dude, the potential. Like, every fucking game has a potential. Like, I don't want to attack none of them, but Jesus Christ.
Potential. Star Citizen always has more potential.
You can check it out on my channel. It's about not
game
only
has
the
a potential, dude.
future, but for what it even delivers right now. For most of us, we can boil the answer down to one thing.
Like, potential for what? Potential to do something right now in the game? To a degree, yeah, but also potential in the far future. So why are you playing right now? Because it has the potential in the far future. I don't really understand that argument. Honestly, I never understood it. Should I talk about potential again? And my thoughts on the potential and how I had one too many girlfriends that had potential, and in the end, they didn't use it at all. And they were just like, either went the wrong way or stay like that.
Gameplay moments. Moments not scripted by the developers. Maybe it happened out of the blue, or maybe your org set up a fun battle scenario. Let me show you a few examples, and if you have any of your own, I'd love to hear the stories down in the comments below.
Potentially in developer forever.
Finding an NPC that was floating around in space, we kidnapped him and brought him to a planet and proceeded to shoot and crush him, with half the server actually eventually joining in.
I saw this.
One of my favorite moments.
I mean, you can do shit like this in the goat simulator or whatever it's called, like the one where you basically play a fucking goat and you can lick stuff.
One of my favorite moments was me and my friend getting behind the counter at a store in a space station and waiting for about 20 minutes for someone to show up, where we pretended to be the NPC store clerks using proximity comms. The UEE has cracked down since the recent emote massacre.
We got a lot of variety.
Or finding a crashed derelict and looting it, only to be chased down by a guy mad that we stole his mission box since there aren't instances and people can jack your stuff.
You sure this is the one you looked in before, Doyle?
You can't open it. Here, you don't trust me. Open the doors and I'll step away and you guys can put it on the ground and look at it.
I never looked in that one.
Yeah, I can't see shit. You got the wrong box, Doyle.
Or how about when me and my friend were ragdoll yeeting our bodies at stuff and we convinced a group of players to have a ragdoll battle showdown.
All right, Burrito Bar, are you ready?
They're ready.
Security, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go!
Then there's things like
Okay.
VoIP, face over IP, that just bring you in that extra level. Tracking a user's face with a simple webcam and projecting it onto your character's face in the game, allowing other players to
I guess that's like emergent gameplay, right?
see your reactions. Then you add in immersive elements like being so exquisitely detailed that you take time to zoom into NPCs' faces. And you won't be punished because there's no rush to do anything unless you've chosen to take a mission that's timed. A game that makes you take the tram 5 times because you forgot to get ammo for your gun and there's only one shop that sells it in the area. A game that has waypoints, but that waypoint?
People do this stuff when they're bored, yeah, and if there's nothing to do in the game, right? It's not because, like, I don't fucking get this. I mean, honestly, I get that they're having fun, and I'm not saying that he is being disingenuous. Of course, he's not. He is having fun. He loves the game. Sure, we all do, basically. But Jesus Christ, that's not, like, all of the stuff that he showed here is nothing that the game should, that the game wants to offer you. And it has nothing to do with the potential of the game. If anything, this is basically just being broken, the game being broken. Because you can't kill a fucking NPC. Anyway.
Time. A game that makes you take the tram 5 times because you forgot to get ammo for your gun and there's only one shop that sells it in the area. A game that has waypoints, but that waypoint?
38 million kilometers away?
Yeah, he's on a different planet.
Oh my god!
So unless you can fly like Superman, you'll have to find your way through the city, into space, and across the solar system, avoiding pirates and bugs to get to your mission. Or how about doing the simple task of having to mine a rock, realizing you have to play a minigame to bust it open, figure out what's valuable, where to sell it, wait a minute, should I refine it? Holy, I can get devices to help the process. Why is this so involving? The game is a refreshing escape from the tired AAA gaming that seems...
Is it though?
I can get devices to help the process. Why is this so involving?
Is it though? Is it so involving? It's like a fishing fucking simulator. It's like you gotta have it here, and that's it. It's so fucking easy to do. And then they're making it easier with the mining gadgets, solving a problem that didn't exist. It is hands-on, yeah. And it is the most like advanced game loop that we have in the game right now, unfortunately. But is it involving? No. Also, why are you mining a diamond? Where's Quantanium here? What are you doing with your life? You're gonna earn like 3,000 Alpha UEC from this.
The game is a refreshing escape from the tired AAA gaming that seems to be plaguing the world. Formulaic open world games following the waypoint and base liberation tactic popularized by Assassin's Creed 2 and Far Cry 3, to microtransaction dopamine sucking, we have 12 types of currency in our games kinda games. While some of the games I've shown in the footage here so far are games that I've beaten, platinumed, and generally had a great experience with, I'm starting to feel a bit of fatigue creeping in with the games. As a result of all these tiny pieces bringing together a cohesive vision and game design philosophy, you have one of the most immersive games around. I know it can sound tedious just by explaining it, but experiencing it is something else. Like seeing Earth from orbit, it's something you won't know how amazing it is until you try it yourself. While I don't know whether a release date or the average person affordably going to orbit will happen first, I do know you can try the game right now. Unless you're Elon or Bezos, then send it. The reality is, I take breaks from the game. I play these other AAA titles, but
salvage is not advanced though, by the way. Like, that's why you prefer mining to salvage. Because salvage is like tier -1. It's just like hull scraping. And what hull scraping is supposed to be, it's like the thing that you do to earn some extra money. The main thing is going to be component salvage and hull munching mechanics. Hull scraping is just like, okay, we're going to get some more, and that's it. It's basically just leftovers.
Breaks from the game. I play these other AAA titles.
It is super boring.
But I always end up coming back because as of now, Star Citizen gives me something literally no other game gives me. While there have been hiccups and some people have their problem with Chris Roberts' past, I think what keeps us coming back is his vision for how much deeper it will get from an already extremely unique experience that it already is. I know you're already clicking off the video, but if...
All right, this is a hype video. 5-minute hype video. I mean, okay. Sure, I don't know why you guys shared this with me. I agree with some things, but I also don't agree with some other things. And we're going to leave it at that. Okay? Okay. Right.